voices in your head. With every twist and every turn, pulling every single thread. I may have 1,000 names, but in the end they're all the same. I play whatever role you need to guide your way. Welcome to the Matrix, where I am your god. It may be a simulation, but I ain't no fraud. I play your friend and your foe, design your joy and your woe. And if the red dress caught your eye, I'm doing something right. Welcome to my world. Let's see who comes out to play tonight.
Welcome back, everyone, to Wyrdgard! We are weird people. We are for the win. We are your favorite Wednesday, sometimes D&D actual play. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's something cool out there that we don't even know about that we're competing with that we should really call up and challenge to a fight. So if anybody out there wants to fight us, Scott's tough. The rest of us are smaller but scrappier, and we'll take you out. Sorry, it's been a while. Yeah, I don't know how to do this anymore.
There's not one person in this group I'd want to fight. Sorry.
Oh, At least two of us do manual labor for a living.
I am a soft boy. My hands are not calloused.
I am not a soft.
Nope.
I can promise you.
I'll fight you with words. So we're for the win. We play D&D. Yeah. Don't get me in my head now.
Gaslit him.
So we've got four wonderful players here. Sorry we were gone last week. We had the week before that Scott's wonderful introduction to a 3-shot, we think. But we're back in Wyrdgard. Health is better, and now it's time to talk about our players. Players, you're going to introduce yourself tonight. I want you to imagine that they have recently come into just a little bit of money, nothing extravagant, but enough where they're thinking, yeah, you know what? I can afford to splurge a little bit every month. What monthly subscription box is your character signing up for? It could be something, food related, style related, all these other cool things that I don't even know about. We're going to start with what I can only imagine will be something amazing. Snash.
It's kind of hard because most of the subscription boxes don't really have anything that appeals to Harlow, because Harlow doesn't know what appeals to her. But I would probably go with something like a fairy loot or something like that, like a rotating. I guess that's more of a WoW thing, but a rotating, like a book of the month type of box where she can read and learn and discover something new every month.
Very good. Now, question: Did Harlow, did she just wake up knowing how to read?
I guess.
Wow, she's got that on Catriona.
I mean, she woke up knowing how to poop too, so
That's true. She just has all this past knowledge.
These are not equivalent skills.
What I find amazing is even without teeth, she doesn't have a lisp. Go figure.
I have some teeth. I have the teeth that matter.
She just doesn't have enough in Roll's opinion.
Because you have to have the palate, the upper palate.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
Indeed. Well, thanks, Snash. That sounds like a fun box for... speaking of fun boxes... we got,
Scott, oh boy. Please go to me next.
Whoa. Back up. Because Nick, the only person you could
please go to me next.
Would be Scott.
No, I was just thinking how you guys have a fun box that's buried that you guys have to decide what to do with it.
Yes, that's where our minds
That's
go.
not.
Yeah, sure. That's where all of us went.
But Scott is up next, so Scott.
Nick may still be on painkillers.
Scott, the owner of the fun box.
Oh wow.
Let me tell you about my fun box, Nick.
Please do.
I believe Quinn. I think this is a thing, but I'm pretty sure I've seen the Mysterious Package Company, which like every month they send you like artifacts and puzzles and kind of creepy letters and things like that, and it has a narrative arc, but from month to month, and that's totally up Quinn's alley.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's getting like bespoke, do it from home escape room stuff.
Yep, you
Love
got
it. Fitting. He's intelligent. Makes sense. Let's kick it over to Ruby.
Hi, I'm Ruby. I play Nosh. And I don't think it would surprise any of you to know that Nosh's subscription box would be for new and interesting spice combinations. So every month he would get for either unique spices individually or like mixes of spices for different type of cooking and utilize them to make, different testing recipes. Who knows? One might be, like the hot nacho challenge, and he'll take that and poison somebody here or there, and then the other could be the sweetest spice ever, and could be that miracle spice that you're searching for. But that's what I would think you would get, would be a subscription box for spices.
Yeah, and there's so many food and snack subscription boxes out there. He could do a lot of damage out there.
Oh yeah,
Makes sense.
my biggest thing is I wasn't sure he'd actually want he probably would not go anywhere near the meal kit planning boxes because he would rather cook it all himself. But anything that would enhance his recipes or allow him to think up new recipes.
There's ones that are like like a different international snack every month.
Yeah.
That would probably be good. I'd say that would be a nice one too.
I would get down with that. All right. Well, thanks, Ruby. Last up, we have Matilda.
I'm Matilda. I play Catriona. I think that she would go for like there's some that are like different little bits and bobs of like outdoor gear, like barware, that kind of thing. I think she'd go for that.
Very nice. Makes sense. It's not what Snash sent to the chat there.
What
Highlights for preschoolers to learn to read?
No, it's not.
That's perfectly fair.
Nope.
All right, y'all. Well, you all have some fun boxes, and take a look at your
Please change the episode title on YouTube right now.
fun box.
What am I changing it
A
to?
night of fun boxes.
Nice and fun boxes. Got it. Give me one moment. I'll change it.
Let's get
Goodness.
flagged.
Come see our fun boxes.
Fun box everywhere.
Unboxes on live.
Unboxing our fun box.
Unbox on live.
There you go.
Wow, our most watched episode. Weird.
Because 30,000 people tuned in. What the hell?
They were only on for 2 seconds each, though.
God, they're gravely disappointed. All right, it's been some time, so let's recap. Let's take it back a little bit. You all, after arriving finally on the east side of Stonebridge successfully, rested, had some visitations with your mama, with the illustrations in your spell book, with haunting dreams, with bizarre dreams, and made your way upon waking into the East Bank proper. You were seeking out information on the trial. You ultimately connected with Resolve, who Flood-touched Mercy's partner at the Sigil Room, who you found was the person responsible for representing the defense of Malachi, the Silverjaw, in this trial happening later this evening. You were told of the uphill battle that he faces with a predominantly Namasi city, as well as a Namasi council, that's a lot of bias already baked in, and a lot of interests at play from the other counselors as well. You ultimately decided that you were going to get Dion situated with a cure from the Illustrum, where you met one of the counselors, Joy, who you proved difficult to actually get access to her, as all of the staff in this weird culty sort of Pastiche's Malibu rehab center were just very much rebuffing your efforts to meet with her. You finally did. You successfully stole a cure recipe, for lack of a better term, a small scroll with what you would need to cast, and got Dion cured after, a few hundred gold pieces later. You made your way to the Grand Bazaar afterward to find another couple of the counselors, Swift and Black, to catfolk Namasi, trying to convince them, really just to give you more information, but ultimately trying to persuade them that an execution would be a misuse of an opportunity here. And after defeating Swift in Blocksters, the game that you chose to challenge, ultimately, after a heated exchange, they kind of crumbled and admitted to the fact that the council is a sham. There's not a lot of power. This trial is really just about saving face with the very angry Namasi in the city and trying to quell further insurrection, since the West is on fire after you left it. I'm not saying that was your fault, but, that's how it is. You were asking if there was any way that you could find like a delay, at least until like the following morning, so that an execution wouldn't be immediate. And they recommended that you go see someone named Fang, who, if anybody would know a way to get out of, a loophole, it would be them. Swift also mentions that all of the real power in the city comes from the Grove Wardens, and confided that they don't conjure the bridge, they are suppressing it. And it is by that they are really controlling the flow of goods and services and people throughout the city. So we have about an hour and a half until you are designated to meet up with Resolve to head over to the courthouse. You are with Swift right now, moving swiftly through the Grand Bazaar and towards the far west side of the East Bank, almost where you began. She leads you to an old building, but still well maintained, and by the look of the exterior, and as you peer in through the windows, it looks like it is an old library, and there are people milling about, perusing the various sections, and Swift nods at the person behind the reception desk and says, "Is Fang in?" And the receptionist just points up to the second floor above. You're able to wend your way, and you arrive at a closed door. Swift turns to you all and says, "All right, well, do you know what you're going to say? Exactly what it is you're looking for here?"
I love how all of us are just
all
thinking.
of us going in, or is it just the two lawyer helpers?
That's your call.
Do you have any advice on what we should say?
I wouldn't recommend insinuating that you're trying to be deceptive or duplicitous. Fang's an old timer, but he keeps it real. He's a bit weird, and I wouldn't stare at his tooth.
Being straightforward, though, would be the best way to speak with him then. Just
straightforward.
Shoot straight. No mincing words. Saying exactly why we're here and what we need.
That sounds pretty fair to me. You've got a document that says you're official, so I think maybe this is where I leave you.
Does he seem like he's like trying to mess with us and set us up for a negative with this encounter?
Roll an insight check.
I'm not very insightful tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you just had this like very sort of explosive and interaction with Swift before things calmed down, and you guys kind of seemed to like reach an understanding.
Yeah.
So it seems like you don't have a reason to suspect beyond just general suspicion of everybody that
Fair enough. I am
she's
generally
fucking with you.
suspicious, right? Okay. Okay. Harlow?
Yes.
Do we want to come up with a plan, or do we want to just go in here and let them know this is why we're here? Okay.
I mean, what would we plan out?
I mean, what's our end goal? To get this day of execution? I mean, is that the 100% end goal to this whole situation?
I want to at least extend it to dawn, right?
Right. Enough to allow us to speak with him, to learn more about what happened, right? I mean,
What happened? Why?
okay.
Maybe why he's not talking to anybody else.
Fair, right.
If he
Why
can't.
hasn't he? If he can't speak. Or is it true that he just doesn't want to speak, or he's not speaking to the right person?
Why he would take the fall for something so quickly, get caught when they've never got caught before.
So
Right,
we just want some FaceTime with the guy.
While this
Quinn?
conversation is happening, is Dion reacting to any of the conversation at all? Is he sort of leading with body language?
I forgot my
On the
brother
side
was
check,
there.
we did forget about this in the recap, that you had a very interesting game of like elusive question and answer where Dion was trying to intimate to you why he was here and what he wanted without directly or really indirectly saying anything for fear of breaking his oath. But roll an insight check here, Quinn.
I forgot my brother was still with us.
It's like the whole reason we're
Both
here.
of them are.
Well, that one I never forget about. I know that one is there. I'm talking about the
Oh,
dumb
good
one
lord.
following us around.
Well, boy,
Quinn,
that's what they'll
he
say.
has seemed very much since returning from the Illustrum, and when you cut open and took a look at his glitter-cocked bones. You didn't forget about the glitter-cocked, did you?
back up. Hold
I forgot about Glittercock.
Is there glitter cork in the fun boxes?
There can be.
I will put my Glittercock
That is
in the fun box.
No.
He has seemed very much kind of on edge, like kind of like, like tapping his toe since that moment, and that hasn't changed. He kind of is like looking almost like 1,000-yard stare, just kind of, you can tell there's a lot going on in his mind, and he seems nervous, but you don't know.
Not visibly reacting to any specific threads of conversation.
No, not in particular, no.
He's not
Is he-
acting in a way of side effects from what got done to him, is he? Because weren't there supposedly side effects?
There were indeed. He hasn't seemingly manifested any of those that you were told to like, hey, if this happens, it's probably going to be death.
Smash.
Does it just? He looks. Is he like nervous just to be like in where we are? Is that kind of?
I mean, you could ask him, but he just has
Okay.
like a general nervousness to him. As you guys are planning this out, Swift is kind of like looking around and says, look, I've probably already been here longer than I should. It's not going to be good for anybody if I'm seen fraternizing with you all excessively before this, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go. But
Thanks,
just
Swift.
know that whatever... call him to the stand if you feel that's going to be helpful. And good luck.
Oh,
I'll do what I
okay.
can with the others.
Thank you.
Thank you, Swift.
They
Dion?
like their namesake. quickly dip out.
Ready to meet Fang?
Yeah.
I think so. I think that will be the
think
next
so.
best thing is to speak with him and figure out where his stands and if he's willing to negotiate some time for us to get him questioned. It's going to be the biggest thing. Dion, do you want to come in with us on this meeting?
Ellie, do you think it'll be helpful?
If he doesn't, then he has like plausible deniability because
Yeah.
if he doesn't hear anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was wondering, does anyone want to stay out with him or should I?
You don't trust me or what?
You kind of do
Bro,
look like you need a
come on.
babysitter.
You just got a cure that is questionable at best. I mean,
All right,
I worry that
yeah.
something's going to happen to you, so...
I can babysit your brother, Nosh, if you would prefer. I
Well,
don't think I'm going to be
Just
much.
Cat, don't sit on him.
wait, little buddy, where'd you go? And Nosh is going to look around for Ra to see, did he run into Harlow's mouth or where is he gone? I can't remember where I
You
put
see,
him.
Ra is hovering about 5 feet behind Harlow. You can tell he's just licking his chops, waiting for a moment to sneak in.
So weird.
And he's still holding on to that one tooth that you had given him to hold on to.
I'm going to quickly snatch him and trot to Cat and be like, hey, little buddy, I'm going to telepathically ask him to hang out with Cat and watch Dion and Cat and just let me know if they need us while we're in here. And that I'm sure Harlow would be happy to have him examine her teeth afterwards. I tell him this mentally and then hold out Ra to Cat and just say, if
Thanks.
you need me, let him know and he'll let me know.
Just like picks him up like a tennis ball.
Pretty much.
And Ra to you, Catriona, says, would it be inappropriate if I used your porous exterior to whittle this tooth to shape?
He wants to sharpen the tooth upon your skin, Cat.
I tap it to see how hard it is. Do I think the tooth is harder than the stone skin?
Yeah, the tooth is probably harder than the stone skin.
I'm gonna say no, little buddy, but you could use the hammer, maybe?
This thing is just way too big for Harlow's mouth. It's not going to fit.
Right. Yes.
That's where that mental was. Got it.
Yes. Well, let's see what we can do about that. And Kat's gonna set about trying
Okay.
to open your short
Perfect.
teeth.
You're so kind, Cat. Thank you for watching both of the children. All right, Harlow, Quinn, you ready? We're gonna go talk to Fang and see if we can learn anything about
Let's go.
where he stands.
Sounds good.
Onward.
Just walking in.
Knocking, walking in, politely introducing ourselves. I don't know what's the
Okay.
best.
You knock. There's no response immediately, but if you're just doing the whole knock as a formality, but then open the door as you do it anyway, you would see as you open the door, it's a very cramped study filled with just stacks and stacks of books and manuscripts, and sunken into a plush chair with their face on a pile of papers on the desk in front of them is a large, hunched over individual. It's hard to tell what type of Namasi they are, considering their face is smashed into the table, but you see that there are these wide, broad scales on them, plated almost. And they have not registered, seemingly, your presence, or they're asleep or they're dead.
I'm gonna step fully into the room, leaving space for the others, finding a spot, and then saying, "Good day, Fang. Fang, are you awake?"
Is he dead?
Nah. Poke him though, just in case.
You poke him.
Is he dead?
No.
He's not moving much, if from what you can tell.
I'm gonna go up and nudge the shoulder, or what looks to be the shoulder area. Whatever
then-
is available.
Very suddenly, pops up. You see there is ink smeared on his face. He has very large circular glasses and one very long tooth from the bottom that rises up just under his right eye. By the ear hair that is quite copious, and the tenor of his voice, you can tell this man is quite old. And Nosh, you would recognize him as a pangolin.
Fang, hi! I yell in his face almost, or like yell to get his attention because he seems older.
I was very invested in my reading, and I wasn't asleep. I was just checking my eyelids for holes.
Understandable, Fang. Completely understandable. We didn't mean to interrupt your eyelid hole checking.
If you're looking for something, then Matthias at the reception can help you find what it is you're looking for.
No, Swift actually told us to that you would be here. We could have a moment of your time if you were available. It's regarding the trial, Fang.
Counselor Swift sent you to me
Well,
the trial. Okay.
It's actually hold on. Ruby's forgotten the name of the lady that actually sent us. Mercy, right?
Resolve.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, there's so many names. We're actually here as representatives for Resolve, going to speak to each of them, and we had just finished discussing with Swift, who directed us to you, Fang.
Who is Resolve?
She's in charge of the
The
defense.
counselor?
The counselor.
No, okay. And then he's just kind of staring at you.
Is this guy even like all here?
Roll a medicine check.
I'm gonna let Harlow roll that one.
Nice.
He seems definitely a bit batty, but clearly he has a love for what he does. He's wearing it.
Fang, we're here to see if you would be willing to, in a sense, have the defendant speak on the stand if there's a possibility for a slight stay in execution to get more out of the individual, to understand the situation better, to gain more knowledge from them.
I cannot make a defendant speak on the stand. I'm so sorry.
No, we're not asking you to make them. We're asking for your permission to...
Oh, yes, you have my permission.
Oh, that was easy.
You can make them talk.
Oh, okay. And Nash is gonna turn to Harlow and just be like, yeah, okay. Now what?
We're truly looking for, as we assume, he will be found guilty because of his confession. But we're looking for a way to find an extension on his execution so that we might speak with him in between the time of the trial and his execution.
So you are looking for legal recourse.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So you want more time. This is yes? Okay, okay. We are understanding now. You need more time. You think he's going to be killed. He will probably be killed. If you say he confessed, he confessed. What is more to say? So, have you considered asking the council very nicely?
That's why we're here.
Well, I am not the council.
Correct.
No.
So how can I help you?
I don't have any notes from last week.
I can't remember what was
what
said
did-
last
You were
week.
half asleep. So, Quinn had mentioned, like, is there some sort of, like, Nemasi holiday or, like, some
Oh.
sort of, like, loophole, basically, that you
That's
could
why we're
use?
here.
So, like, yeah, you've basically come to a Nemasi scholar to try to figure out, is there anything that you could use as a justification legally that would play well with, especially the Nemasis?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Fang, we need more time. Yes. We need a valid Nemasian reason to stay the trial long enough for us to speak with the individual. Is there a tradition, holiday, ceremonial event, something that legally provides us with more time before the trial commences?
Okay, I understand now. We need to find justification.
Yes.
So, let us see. And you see him go over to a very thick tome that he's just skimming through, and it looks just very densely packed. It's clearly a reference document of sorts. And he finds something, he flips to another page, he goes to another book, and he does this for another few minutes, sometimes leaving the room, sometimes coming back, or eventually all coming back. But he says, okay, so here's one idea. You could make a claim for the Shadow Fast if there is a new moon, triple new moon tonight. Is there a triple new moon?
Is there a triple new moon?
Scott's the moon man.
Quinn,
It's like, Scott, where's your calendar?
Sure, now I gotta look it up.
Quinn, I need to know if there's Scott.
We've never
triple-
used this damn thing once.
Triple new moon.
You made this whole lunar calendar for us.
I
I
know.
need it.
Scott, you can also just have Quinn roll a check here. I can tell you whether it's a triple new moon.
Yes. Let's do
I mean,
that.
the likelihood is very low.
It's super low.
I'm willing to
Wait,
roll
what am
that
I
in
rolling
anyways.
here?
Let's
What
see what we got.
percentile do we need?
Roll a just like a straight intelligence check, I guess, or a history check, I guess, your choice, or a nature check. I think those are probably all the same. Yeah, I mean, Quinn, you recall just the previous evening seeing very prominently at least one moon in the sky that was not quite close to a new moon, so you know that's not going to work. So, new moon, yes?
Afraid not. Is there any other suggestions?
Well, that's a shame, because in the Codex of Old Hearth, it declares that the night of a trial cannot happen on a triple new moon, as then there is nothing for the dead to guide themselves by as they wander to the next plane. Okay, well, we'll keep looking. Question, is this trial following a mass death or great battle within the last
Mass
2 days?
death. Mass death.
Oh,
Within the last 2 days?
Probably
I would
not.
say
right?
so. No, I think it's
Because if so, then you can evoke the silence of sorrow, right?
I'm trying to remember, when did the deaths actually happen? Because we heard about the trial. What y'all heard about it as soon as y'all got to the camp, didn't you?
Yeah, it would, based on where you
been
know
over
that he
2
was.
days, right?
Yeah, it's definitely been over 2 days.
It's like, it's been 2 days since we learned about it.
But there's also a riot happening across the way where massive deaths have been happening due to shalebind.
This does specify in the rite of silence of sorrow that it is due to the event preceding the execution. Precipitating.
It's been more than a couple of days.
Okay, well then this will not work. I am afraid that I need to continue investigating.
Okay.
And so this is going to take him some time. What are you all doing during this time?
I'm definitely checking out the office, kind of opening cabinets, poking around, trying to stay out of sight of this very elderly person as best as I can.
Okay. Harlow, Nosh, just along for the ride?
I'm gonna look for any books that are written in Nimish and
Yeah, a great many of them.
skim through, trying to see if I can pinpoint. I know he's been looking in a larger tome, but any tomes that are kind of around the area that might assist in facilitating older Nimish traditions, Nemasian traditions for the area.
Can you roll for me a perception check or investigation?
I'm gonna do perception.
Okay.
Not very well, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're searching for a needle in a haystack of haystacks.
Oh, that's fair. I figured I would be.
And not really knowing what it is you're searching for, an 11's just not going to quite cut it. So you spend this time, and ultimately, for you at least, unsuccessful. Harlow, are you doing anything to contribute?
I was going to look at what he had been working on his desk.
Okay. It is written in common, or sorry, not common, Nimish. So the text eludes you, Harlow, but there's an illustration. You can tell that he was doing this himself. And if you're not mistaken, it is of a very busty pangolin woman. He seems to have been entertaining himself with some very important studies.
All right. Seeing that, I'm going to look around for some more material of the same.
Some more pangolin erotica.
Yeah.
Stealing the old man's porn.
It's his Wattpad.
This is how Harlow becomes woe.
Oh, yes. Harlow, not only do you find more, you find clearly like his passion project here. It is a self-bound volume. You don't know what the title of it says, but you see on the cover is and this illustration clearly was done by either someone else or him with much more attention to detail, or maybe even some magic. And it is a very like I want you to imagine like the shitty romance paperbacks that you'll see at like Walmart. And it's just this very muscular, young and attractive pangolin warrior with a very scantily clad harem of helpless pangolin women vixens that are at his feet.
Okay.
Yeah. And so you do with that what you want.
Might be coming with me.
Indeed. All right. So this takes about, I guess, Quinn, you're opening cabinets and all that. Are you looking for something in particular, or just seeing what do you find?
No, just looking for, anything that might slip up the sleeve of my robe, anything that looks of value or of interest.
Okay. Yeah, roll a perception check or investigation. I'll give you your call.
Ooh, let's go with investigation.
Okay, with a 14. I mean, there are a lot of books. There's a lot of scrolls and manuscripts. Two things that seem like they might be potentially valuable. There's a small golden figurine of a dolphin, like the classic like leaping out of the water pose. It's about 3 inches tall, so it's relatively small. It looks like maybe a paperweight, but it appears to be gold. And then there is a sealed bottle, wax sealed bottle of what looks to be a very fine bottle of whiskey.
Well, he definitely attempts to pocket the golden statue, less interested in the whiskey.
Okay. Yeah, Quinn, given the level of distraction, you would be able to do that, no problem.
All right.
And it takes, collectively with your efforts of sifting through erotica and statues and countless nameless books, eventually, after about 30 additional minutes searching, with which who knows what Dion and Ra have been up to, poor Catriona, during this time, he finally says, okay, a couple more leads. Let me ask you this. Was the accused involved in killings underwater?
Not that we're aware.
Okay, well, keep that in mind because the right of the last drink could apply. If at least one of those kills was where it was committed underwater after dawn but before sunset.
And what exactly is the right of the last drink?
Oh, well, it's an old rite of mercy, and it requires that any Namasi condemned to die be offered a final draught of water drawn from their homeland after the sun's rest.
All right, potentially useful.
Okay, and was the accused murdered people, yes, were they Namasi as well?
They were.
Yes.
Okay, and do you know if there was more than 5? Or at least 5?
I
We
believe
that
there
there
were.
were.
There were.
Sorry.
Do we know if they were from at least 2 different clans?
Yes.
Well, then you would have a very strong case for the Knight of Kinfire.
That sounds very promising. What is the Knight of Kinfire?
This is what it says, and he begins reading out from this book. When the hand of one soul cuts the roots of many, the clans bound in blood shall mourn one night for each branch that bleeds ere the blade may strike again.
Oh, okay.
Now, the issue with this is there must be a representative of each clan that is calling for the right at the trial.
Right.
Otherwise, no dice. Do you have a representative of an affected clan?
I don't even... Do we know, Nick, how many Namasi were killed and
Wasn't
what
it
kind?
16?
It was confirmed 40, suspected 127.
Okay. So that could be a number of...
Harlow, you recall when you were at the Frontier Dispatch that the name that you saw listed was Farglade.
We have a representative of 1, if that's correct. Possibly 2.
Well, one could buy you one night.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it is simple. You call for it.
Do you happen to have a spare piece of paper that we could write down the information just to make sure that we clearly let Resolve know the details of the event and what is
Oh,
needed?
yes, sure. And you see him look down, sees the half-smeared drawing that was on his... And he goes to quickly cover it up and reaches underneath and grabs a fresh piece of parchment. It may take some time. I don't know if they're going to accept this. Would it be easier if I just give you this? Or better
Yeah.
yet, I come with?
Yes.
you could come with and
Yes.
give us that. So both would be very much appreciated.
Okay, I will say that my time is money, so I will expect recompense,
Of course.
a fee, and I am not cheap.
Can I just have the book?
Yeah, you can have the book.
Thanks.
Well, out of curiosity, what is your time worth?
Well, I'll give you two options. You can pay me the standard rate of 100 gold per hour, or you can treat me to a lovely dinner and drinks.
We can do the dinner and drinks.
No, I just want to say nothing sexual. I'm not trying to hit on anybody.
I was not picking that up from that.
No.
but-
I have a very specific type, and I am sorry to say that none of you fit it.
Well, Harlow,
Just
We know
good food.
What?
I'm really, you know what,
What
a
is-
good hearty
Wait.
meal with some really good drinks. It's definitely something we can make happen.
Oh, we could take him to what was her name?
that the cook-off happened.
No, the place that Quinn wanted to go.
6
and
feet of
see.
sex?
Oh
Feet
yes!
of
Oh my
sex.
god!
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We know where
Glowing
we can
goblet.
Take you.
Yes.
Yes, we know where we can take you.
Okay. Then it is a deal.
It is a deal.
Deal.
We shake on it, and he spits into his hand and holds it out to you.
Oh, shit.
I do not spit in my hand, but I hold my hand out to Nosh to spit in my hand. So I don't have to take a bunch of shit off.
She doesn't want to lose a tooth.
Please spit in my hand.
I'd rather spit in my own hand, Harlow.
Spit in my hand, Nosh. I'm trying to do the thing.
I did it. Go away.
All right.
He-
I shake his hand.
Shakes your hand. Oh, that was really wet. Normally, it's just more like a show. You do mostly air.
That was so
I'm gonna
cool.
go outside now with this book and read over what it says.
Hmm.
You guys
I've never
listen.
done that before.
Nash kind of sulks back outside with the book to like read over the details of the ceremony.
Let's go
Nosh,
to.
Nosh comes out to Catriona's like helping hold Dion's head open so we can compare the tooth to like a normal size tooth. We're trying to get it.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. It's
It's a little
Oh,
long. You need to like take a little off the bottom here.
Well,
and
but-
just-
but you said that a lot of it actually goes inside where you can't see.
but I don't know if we're gonna be able to like fully insert it. Like I don't know.
Hi guys,
Hi.
We-
I'm still just holding Dion's head open.
you okay there, bro?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Hey, little buddy, we'll get it in there. Don't worry. I'm glad Kat was able to help you though.
Did you? Did we get what we needed?
I think we did. We even got some
Hat
help
on it.
I see you have friends.
Sorry, what
No.
was that, Harlow?
I said we spat on it.
I almost thought she said we sat on it for a second, and I'm gonna walk away now.
No, Kat was the one sitting.
No one's gonna explain that. Okay.
There was spit, there was hand stuff, it was fine.
So awkward sounding when you
Just like make eye contact with Quinn because he's the only one that hasn't said anything yet. What?
I have a book for later, Kat, that we can read. Or someone can read to you.
I would love that if Kat's first literate language is Nimish.
Nimish, specifically
porn.
Nimish
Nimish
smut.
Written by some old dude.
This is gonna be how Catriona learns to read.
She's gonna learn Nimish first. Nosh and Dion are gonna teach her.
Gosh.
Yep.
Oh gosh. All right, so you now have Fang and this book in tow. Time is getting short. You probably have time to do like one more thing before heading back to meet up with Resolve, if there's any business you need to settle.
Don't think we have anything else. Or just what do we have?
Do we need to find like another representative too, or?
Well,
Yeah, I think
We
if
have
the
like
plan
an
is
hour.
if the plan is to invoke a right that will delay the execution, I think we have what we need, right?
I do want to ask Dion a question, bro.
Yeah.
Are you here as a representative of the Farglades?
I represent, just as you represent everyone that you come from.
Took a bit of a thought there to get out of your.
Dion, do you have a
teeth.
lisp?
I've been told that I may, yeah.
It's gonna seem like we're bullying.
It seems
Nick
like all
right
these
now.
NPCs have
That's
lisps.
crazy.
Weird.
They sure do.
Um,
And no one on stream gets it, because that's a
I know,
Camera
to
joke.
stream it just sounds like we're bullying you for
It
no
does.
reason and making fun of speech impediments.
yeah.
I promise we're not. That's not what's happening.
You heard it here. Everybody
promise
that
we
is
are.
A-list.
Only
We are.
Nick's. Only Nick's non-existent list.
okay, so I know I can represent them, but Dion technically is we're both brothers. But I would ask Dion if he would be willing to stand up as a Farglade in
don't
this situation. No,
No,
Harlow?
if that's a good idea because there's stuff that Dion can't tell us about.
So then you think I should? Oh, no.
Do you have a similar problem where you like can't talk about stuff?
Other than that one thing, no.
Yeah, and Nosh, you know specifically, like, in terms of what you can say and you can't say based on the oath that all Namasi take,
Right.
you specifically, what is forbidden is divulging the location of sleepers. So
That's
you can say essentially anything else you want,
right. Yeah,
but
just
yeah,
nothing.
you do that and-
related to that. Yeah, it would be
So,
branding.
so maybe you should be the one to talk since Dion has the whole
Okay.
can't speak about a lot of things. Problem.
my bones are made of glitter.
Well, there's that too. Ooh, were his
Can't
teeth
talk
hidden?
and- Oh yeah, I mean the roots would, yeah, sure.
Nice.
Just very fine, glittery lines.
Should
Right,
we
let's
just head
go-
over to resolve early.
I think
Yeah.
that might be the best. We just finalize the plan on what needs to be said and how.
Fill resolve in on what we.
Right.
She might have some input.
Yeah. So we'll
She's
head back there
lawyer.
first and go from there.
Catriona, roll a perception check.
Would love to.
You notice that Fang seems to be favoring your side of the group here, Catriona, and when you glance back at him every now and then, you see him like look away as if he got caught looking at you.
This is the pangolin, right?
He
Yep.
too likes mommies.
Very much like Mommy.
Is it an armored thing? Pangolins have a hard shell. Is it like...
Yeah, maybe. Isn't a certain
I also want to point out they're small creatures. Like there is a drastic size difference happening here.
Yeah.
I think that might be the.
He wants you to sit on it. Sit on it! Anyways.
Gross. All right, so
Pretty sure it would break him.
I'm not saying it wouldn't. I'm not saying it wouldn't.
Moving on.
you
So
all
this trial we're trying to stop.
your way back from near the greenway to the square and back to where you said you would meet resolve. By the clock in the square, you're about 15 minutes early here after all this travel time with Fang in tow. And the door to the sigil room is again closed, but you know how to open it. Maybe you don't remember.
It's the riddle, right?
As you approach.
Can I, before we go, or like while they going, can I kind of like stop like a building or two away and see if they're like I notice anyone like watching Resolve's office?
Ooh, yeah, roll a perception here.
No.
You're not seeing anybody. What are you doing to help?
Guiding.
considering you offered to guide after the roll was already made, I'm gonna veto that. But you're not seeing anybody like staking it out. But what you do notice is that there is a big influx of traffic that is coming from roughly where you just were. Like you didn't maybe notice it while you were in the middle of it because it was just people moving in the city, but you realize where you turned off and went to the square, this group kept going. And there are wagons among them, and all manner of folks.
And is this the direction towards where the trial is?
Yes, so you're gathering they're coming from west to like this last batch of people traveling here to the courthouse.
All right, let's see if we can get this door open.
Okay, Catriona, the riddle that appears on the door means nothing to you because it's just symbols. But everybody else you would see written in common. I have many keys, but can't open a single lock.
Is it a piano?
And Quinn says piano, and the doors part. And you see inside, with her head in her hands, just seemingly overwhelmed by the moment, is Resolve. She looks up at the sound of your entrance. Okay. Are you all ready? Did you accomplish anything?
We accomplished quite a bit.
We might be able to buy some time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. How?
Well, I'm a representative of the Farglade clan.
Okay.
And
Push Fang in.
So I think she needs a little bit more information.
as I say that, I'm turning into the correct page in Nimish, not knowing if Resolve reads Nimish or not. And I'm going to turn and set it on the table. And then Fang, if you will explain to Resolve.
And Fang explains that this is a very old, but still technically a practice in codified Nimish law, and specifically in the Concord. And Resolve is listening throughout this explanation, and she crosses her arms and she says, I mean, it's worth a shot. I don't know if you're going to convince them to abide by it, but it's better than nothing. Wait, so are you testifying then? And she's pointing to you, Nosh.
I will be the Farglade representative to push this forward for the stay and the extension of time. Yes.
I want to make sure that we don't have any conflicts of interest here. So I think it's going to be best then. They might ask you to the stand to determine the veracity of this. I don't know if it's a good idea for you to remain as a clerk.
And that's understandable. So I would like to have one of my other companions remain as your assistant, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, sub someone in.
Okay. I'm going to look to Quinn and Kat and be like, no.
Quinn, if you want to do other things during the trial.
We might want to do that. Yeah, do we want to have Dion step in?
Oh, no.
I'll do it.
No.
I think it's a good idea.
You might just have to do other things solo, Quinn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Then I'll take his spot.
Okay.
Oh, and one other question, Resolve. You obviously have some of the details of the horrendous murders that occurred. Do you know, did any of them occur underwater by any chance?
No, considering the locations, I don't believe any were underwater. Why?
There's another particular right that the defendant may be due if this situation were that the murder actually occurred underwater.
Do you?
Well, I don't believe so, but that's a second Hail Mary if we need it.
Do you have like a map of all the locations?
I do.
Can I look at that?
Yeah, and so let's see if we pull up our maps of Wyrdgard. Do I not have that in a scene? What a fool! Oh, I do. Okay, let me activate that. Huzzah!
Do you know if any of them occurred in the Aether Deep?
To my knowledge, no. These were all. They're called warrens. They're sites of congregation, holy, sacred for the Namasi.
Like a grove, kind of.
Like a grove. Great way of thinking of it. And so you see on her map of the Western Concord, she marks 4 locations. Let me just check my information here so I don't give you bad information.
We all run into the ocean to get out of the way.
Wait, where are the
so
dragons?
Oh, they're down
the
here.
dragons down at Drake Shore and Worm's Rest and the Sea of Grief.
Yeah, there they are.
So the locations that she has marked are all in the Western Concord. There is Amberglade over here, which Nosh, that is where your family,
Yeah.
where they would be. So there's Amberglade. There is Raven's Hollow over here. There is Greenbrier, kind of at the banks of this river where these mountains are, and then finally Greater Alderton over here.
Jeez.
So they're all near water, but Nashi would know that the warrens generally aren't built underwater, as that would create a barrier. And unless it is a purely aquatic Namasi group.
Yeah. Which is a rarity, truthfully, because everybody worked together to create them. So it would be where you might find it on the edge in like a purely port-based area, almost built inside of the mountains or the rocks with pockets of air. But even then, I highly doubt any of them were the murders were done underwater, Quinn.
If Resolve gets distracted during this conversation, Kat's just gonna pocket the map.
Okay. Yeah, even as you are, she doesn't seem to be that precious about it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody roll a perception check real quick.
Did my perception get lower suddenly?
It's because we were standing in the same room as Harlow. Now we're not.
Oh, hold on. Let me pop.
Just go get close to Harlow again.
I go back closer. Give me Harlow. I need to be in your space.
Yeah. So you would add what? How
2.
much to that? 2 to that. Okay.
I'm just gonna roll again.
All right. So let's see. With a 17 and a 14, Quinn and Catriona, you notice as Resolve stands up, she gets a little bit wobbly for a second and steadies herself on her desk and closes her eyes, grimaces, and puts her hand kind of up to her temple. Nosh, I guess you were paying attention to other things. And Harlow, you fail to notice this because something else catches your eye. Despite the fact that the doors behind you are closed, you see a large butterfly or moth, you're not quite sure, that is floating gently toward you.
Is it orange?
It is not. It is a translucent bluish gray, and as it gets closer, you see that on the top of it, on its abdomen, is a color patterning that almost resembles a skull.
What the fuck? It's like
Like a-
translucent.
Like a death's head moth?
Yeah, like a death's head moth.
Like does it look like a spell?
It definitely looks magical for sure.
Oh shit!
What do you do, Harl?
Hey! What the fuck is that? What
Wait,
is
that's
that?
just what Harlow does. Do we all see it now?
Yes, you would certainly see this moth. And Harlow, it is. I mean, it's moving slowly, but it's moving with seemingly intense to you. What do you do?
Can I step between them?
Sure.
Because I don't know if we want this to touch Harlow or not.
What is it? I mean, I see it's a moth, but what exactly?
Can I
Does
sort
anybody
of like
recognize
put my?
this?
Can I
Yeah.
like try to get like put my shield up to like land on this, like scoop it away from us?
Oh
without
yeah, you
touching
like
it?
try to get it to land on your shield.
Yeah.
You see it passes straight through,
Oh no!
and then is past you. And as it draws within a few feet of you, Harlow, you hear a voice, and it's a voice you recognize. It's Gray's voice, the rekindled from the encampment,
Okay.
and it says, "A cadre of Grode Wardens came by, seeking entrance to my sanctum. They were, of course, unsuccessful, but I hear by way of others they sought information about you, Harlow, and the others. Keep your eyes clear, young Vale." And as the message finishes, the moth pops.
All right, what was that? What just happened?
We'll talk in a minute.
Okay,
Okay.
you're good though,
Um,
right, Harlow?
yep. Everything's great.
All right. Resolver, you good? You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you
you
all
s-
good?
Are you sick, Resolve?
I mean, I think I've been feeling the stress. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a lot of work. I haven't been sleeping much, but we're at the precipice. I just gotta power through.
All right, but if you need a moment, don't hesitate to take it. Don't let yourself deteriorate anymore. I mean, this is gonna get
Do
handled one way or
her?
another.
Does she have any of the typical signs of shalebind?
Roll a medicine check here. And you're not quite recalling what those signs even are.
It's great.
I've been rolling like shit tonight.
I know. I have rolled poorly. Okay, well, let's go.
This could end really badly or go
Okay.
really good. I'm not really sure how this is gonna go.
So you
Katrina,
move. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
sorry, Katrina, could I borrow the bag of holding?
Sure. Real quick. And Kat sort of like estimates how much money is in it before she gives it to
Oh,
me.
actually, if you want to pull the money out, that'd be good.
And put it
An empty
where?
bag would be good. No,
Put
you
it
can't-
where?
That has like all our party loot in it.
Where do you want? I don't have another.
you don't
slot.
have another sack.
I thought we bought one.
We didn't buy a bag of holding. No,
I thought we were talking about it. No, we just talked.
we were. Yeah.
It didn't actually happen yet. Okay.
No, not
Um,
yet.
I mean, you can borrow it. I don't really have anywhere to put what's inside it. There's still plenty of room, though.
Okay. It'll all come back.
Oh, okay. That's
That's
always
like all
good,
of our
Quinn.
money.
Reassuring.
Does somebody else want to carry it? Not
Carry the
bag,
bag
the
of
money.
holding or
fine.
the money?
It's fine.
I can't carry too much more, bud.
No, it's fine. Look, it'll be fine.
All right. Trust you,
That's
bud.
all of our money.
Quinn will give it back, right?
I will.
All right, good. That's all we need. Okay, so all of us except for Quinn are heading to the trial.
Yes.
Am I just hanging out with Quinn?
No.
Oh,
Others.
I'm the representative.
No,
No,
he can't.
Cat's
No,
the
I am.
representative.
He can't
I'm
come
the
into the
clerk.
trial. He doesn't have a. No.
No, so shit, you are gonna be hanging out with Quinn. Damn it.
You could just stay here.
Is
I mean, it's kind of boring in here. I'm not gonna lie.
But you're alive, so maybe you. Could
Yeah,
stop
and you
playing.
technically
I
do
mean,
need
that's a good
longer.
point. That's a good point.
You do need longer to recover from what was given to you to cure your shalebind, Dion. So it might be good to just rest.
Or if you want to
All
run
right.
an errand, we get a little. We can
I
certainly.
mean, Quinn's
have
got
you
an
run
errand to
for
run,
us.
but I can't.
You can go make
guarantee
us
your safety.
reservations for Quinn's 6 feet of sex place tonight.
Quinn, we do need to make sure.
For real, you want me to make a reservation? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess if that's how I can be most useful, I'll do it.
Well, that, and if you can find a vendor that sells another bag of holding, that would be useful. Don't try to buy one. Just see if you can find one and let us know where you found it.
Oh, just see if I can,
Your source.
find one.
Don't.
You get creative with sourcing.
You got it.
All
Don't-
right.
Okay. Just
Where's
don't
Simpatico?
get caught.
We just need you to go window shopping. Don't
Yeah,
try to
kill me?
steal anything.
Hey, just so you know, they're on to us from where we came from. And they're looking for us right now.
Okay.
So they might be crossing the bridge very shortly, looking for us over here.
Well, it's good that none of us stick out.
Like sore thumbs.
Was that a Teoran joke?
No, it was a 7-foot statue woman joke.
For every one of us joke. Okay.
I just got a warning
Okay.
from Gray.
Okay. Dion, maybe you should lay low. And Quinn, I think you should take Dion with you. If you don't mind.
He's not going to be terribly useful on the errand that I'm running, but
It's
I don't
okay.
know.
Have Moss
Fair.
watch him.
he's not known by Gray, so Gray wouldn't have been able, and the Grove Wardens wouldn't have a description of Dion.
Okay.
So I think he's
That's
okay
fair.
to go window shopping.
He's okay to wander. As long as he doesn't do anything stupid again.
Were they twins?
We're quadruplets.
So, like, he does look exactly like the one that did the bombing, right?
Looks pretty similar, at least.
So,
He looks exactly like me. Who looks exactly
I'm more
like
handsome. I'd like to put that forth.
he's not.
I might not have his description, but someone who looks incredibly similar to his description
I would
is
just-
wanted.
Yeah, I would just lay low.
Nick,
Dion.
is there an open area around where I could throw up a tower that Dion could hang out in?
Ooh, that's not going to attract attention. Is like suddenly a tower is here.
You
Yeah,
could
so
just
it'd be
stay in this room.
Two-story building. Is he allowed to stay there without the magistrate being there?
If you asked her, she would say, "Are you housebroken?"
I promise you, he's had all his shots, ma'am, and he's housebroken.
Well, yeah,
Start
it sounds like he
asking.
got a very big shot recently.
He did. He's good. Promise.
Okay,
He'll be good.
I don't think he's capable of doing much damage in here. So yes.
Great, Dion. Sit.
Love it.
Stay. See you in a bit.
All right. Well, challenge accepted. I'm gonna uncover all the secrets of the conservatory.
You're not
And-
gonna snap and not even learn a thing.
Shoot, Nosh, next time you see me, I'm going to be speaking in like high flood Touchdian or whatever it is they speak.
And sleepinese, meaning you sleeping half awake trying to answer a question.
All right, well, go do your trial or whatever, and get a good outcome.
Why do you want a good outcome?
Get a good outcome.
Feels like code for something.
You feel like code for something.
You
A
have
smart
never
person.
felt me.
I'll get a
I just
good
gave you a
outcome,
compliment.
and I'll see you later, brother.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Nosh,
Yes.
be safe, man.
You too. Don't do anything
I guess I
wrong, dude.
love you or whatever.
Love you too, brother. We'll bring our other brother back, and we'll get everybody home.
All right.
All right.
Hi,
See you later.
Nosh. And you guys are making your way. Quinn, are you immediately like separating?
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading toward the Illustrum.
Okay. Then, as Quinn heads to the Illustrum, the rest of you make your way to the courthouse. Let's take a break.
Literally what I was typing.
Short break.
Nice.
We'll be back
All
soon.
right, back in a
Break
few.
time.
And we are back. Since we have split the party, the cardinal sin of D&D. Just kidding. I think it's great. Do it. Do it. Embrace it, DMs. We're going to start with Quinn heading off, since you would reach the Illustrum before they would reach the courthouse anyway. So Quinn is Moss coming with you?
Yeah, Moss is going to come with.
Moss is coming with you, flying nearby or tucked over there on your shoulder, making your way back toward that Flatiron-esque building. It doesn't take you terribly long to get there. The building stands before you. Its doors are large and impressive. What are you doing?
So outside of the building, sort of tucked away where hopefully not too many people can see, Quinn's going to use his Arcanist chalks to cast a ritual casting of invisibility on himself.
Okay. Invisibility on himself.
Do that.
Yes, so the chalk is maintained, and you are able to cast invisibility after the appropriate amount of time.
All right. Then he's going to enter the building and kind of cautiously make his way to the storeroom that he found earlier, the last time they were there.
Question for you is, what are you doing with Moss? Because Moss cannot be invisible.
Moss is actually going to stay in the lobby area and keep a little bit of a lookout and maybe even create some distraction if it looks like it's necessary.
Okay. Before you part ways, Moss telepathically says to you, invisible you may be, but I can still see.
Because of Moss detect invisibility?
She can detect invisibility, yes.
Yeah. Along the way, as he sees people, he's going to use minor illusion to create noises away from himself if it looks like anybody is sort of alerted to the sound of his footsteps or anything that might otherwise give him away. But essentially just periodically...
Important note here, when you cast invisibility, if you cast a spell, which minor illusion is, then the invisibility ends.
Oh, even with enhanced illusion?
Oh, what does enhanced illusion do? Is it just the no components, or does it...
So there's no vocal component and no... Yeah, let me just take a look real quick. It could very well be that that is the case.
Yeah, unless it specifies in the in that feat or feature that it doesn't end invisibility. The invisibility spell does say that it ends if you cast a spell.
Okay, then he will not be doing that. He's just going to be walking very, very quietly.
Okay, can you just roll a stealth check at advantage here? And you know the way, it's not going to be difficult for you to find this space.
I think that was advantage.
Yeah, with a 24, I mean, you are moving carefully. You're already a light guy. You are pretty quick on your feet, and you're intelligent enough to recognize when there's a moment to pause and when to proceed. So you, with Moss just hanging out in the lobby, you proceed through this labyrinthine building to get back to where you, through Moss's eyes, saw these supplies for the cures to the shalebind stored. However, as you reach the door that is marked for employees only, a quick turn of the knob reveals it to be locked.
Okay, Quinn's going to try picking the lock. He's got thieves' tools.
You've got the thieves' tools. Go ahead and give it a roll.
Do I roll that from the thieves' tools themselves?
Yeah, if you click on thieves' tools, it should prompt a roll. Oh, Quinn. As you put your tension wrench in your pick, it slips, and you drop the tension wrench on the ground, and there is a soft but definitely audible clang, and you hear someone who's clearly peeking around corners and looking. Hello? Patience? Weird. And they go back and you're by yourself once again, Quinn.
All right, Quinn retrieves the pick from the ground and tries again.
Okay. Okay. Composed after not being discovered, you're able to use your tools efficiently. This time, a firm grip. Not too firm to drop the pins, but you're able to get inside. Is this the first time you've actually used Thieves' Tools?
No. No, he opened the Mimic's chest with the Thieves' Tools.
That's right. First time successfully, I suppose. Quinn, as you open the door, you see that the room looks similar to as you saw it through Moss's eyes, but perhaps because it is towards the end of what you imagine a work day might be, you see that all of those cabinets, the glass paneling has been pulled shut in front of them. You see on the left is a mass pile of I don't remember where I said things were located, but basically you see the why can't I think of the word for an injector? What's that called? Syringe.
Syringe.
Word blindness for a second there. You see, this mass stock of, thank you, of syringes. You see this large pile of ground glimmering powder, and as well as all of these tightly furled scrolls, smaller than like a typical spell scroll, but seemingly identical to the one that you had. What are you doing, Quinn? All of them are now behind these glass panels.
All right, so Quinn is going to use his glove that lets him basically open little windows in glass and reach in and start pulling out all of the supplies and loading them up into the bag of holding.
Okay. So your goal is, I imagine, as much as possible, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you can have 500 pounds. There is much more than 500 pounds worth of supplies. So are you going for like an even mix of the three things? Are you prioritizing one over the other?
Let's go for an even mix between them. I presume that the scrolls are not terribly heavy, right? The majority of the weight is in the actual syringes.
The syringes and this pulverized glittering substance.
Yeah, so let's try to sort of even it out so that we've got a complete set to be able to perform the cure.
Okay. Can you roll me a stealth check as you're doing this? Because yes, you are invisible, and yes, you have your magical aids here, but you are still retrieving items, and we'll see how quietly you're able to do this.
Is this a straight check, or is this advantage, disadvantage?
I'm gonna have this straight just because it sounds, not in terms of anything else. Okay, yeah, you're still moving with very exact precision, careful not to like knock your hand into the glass as you are pulling items out, and before terribly long, maybe 30-40 minutes worth of work, you have a bag of holding laden with diamond dust, syringes, and scrolls.
All right. Then he's going to make his exit. Is there anything else of value in this storeroom, or is it purely storage for the cure?
It seems to be, purely cure storage.
Okay. Then he is going to make his way quietly back out through the lobby.
As you open the door, you notice that the hallway is no longer illuminated. The lights are out. And a quick peek around corners, down halls, it looks as though things have been closed up for the evening.
Am I hearing anybody actually still in the building?
It is quite silent, but after you kind of get your bearings here, you do hear a ping in your head from Moss, who's still within range since you've largely just gone up. They've closed for the night, and I don't mean to give you a fright, but they've set a guard in motion. And with this notion, do you think that it might be pertinent for you to leave soon?
So
with a spoon.
Is
I
the
don't know
guard?
where is the spoon.
Yeah. Is the guard just a normal guard, or have they set some sort of a magical trap?
It looks a bit like cats, if you understand what I'm getting at.
I do. So, in my kind of wandering around in these upper floors, have I noticed any rooms with windows?
Yes, there are certainly exterior rooms. You would be able to get into one of those as well with your lockpicking. And if you peered down from that window, you would see stationed in front of the front doors of the Illustrum are two very large effigians.
Got it. So there's no back windows in the building?
Oh yeah, if you wanted to go through the back, you would be able to do that too.
Okay. Let me explore some rooms and see if I can find windows that actually lead out the back so that I avoid the guards.
Okay. And so you just open a window and go out? Is that the plan?
Yeah, well, presumably I'm on an upper floor, so I'd probably have to use a rope. Is that right?
Can you please roll for me a perception check? All right, you are able to find what looks like it would be a suitable window to go out the back. However, as you are investigating the mechanism, you do detect that there is some sort of trap presence here on the window that you gather will cause an alert if it is opened.
It's some sort of a magical charm or ward?
It looks to be a physical device that is like on the lock, but it looks like it's engaged.
Gotcha. And does it look as though it could be disabled from the inside?
Roll an investigation check. So you have seen similar devices before. They are mechanical, but they require like a pass key, not like a physical key, in order to disable them. And you know that with like sufficient means, someone could have them rigged to all like be locked down or opened simultaneously. So if you manage to get the that key, you could certainly disable it.
So in looking out the window, what do I see out the back? Do I see rooftops of other buildings, or is it a yard? Or
so this is the tallest building in the vicinity, but immediately behind it there is a small courtyard with trees, manicured flower beds, and benches. Off to the left and the right, if you're like kind of craning around, it is like an open lane. But beyond the courtyard, there are which is the size of a building or two in itself. You see additional buildings beyond.
And how far from the ground am I from this room?
You're on the 4th floor, so you're about 40 feet up.
Okay. So Quinn's going to go down another floor or two and see if he can find another room that's closer to the ground that also has
Certainly.
a window that he can see out of.
Indeed. Can you roll another perception check?
Sure.
Okay. You find a window a couple floors down.
Okay, in looking out the window, he's now, 10 feet, 20 feet off the ground?
Yeah, 15 feet or so, we'll say.
Okay. And in that courtyard, is there any sign of, is there any sort of cover that I can see?
Ooh, there is, not directly beneath the window, but just a little ways off, there is a large bush that you feel like would provide sufficient cover.
I love knowing exactly what Snash and Matilda are thinking. Just
We both look up and make eye contact through the screen.
through the screen.
all right. I'm going to cast Misty Step, and I'm going to manifest into the bush if it's within 30 feet. Is it within 30 feet?
Yeah, it's within 30 feet. You come into the bush, and
That one I'm casting regular, so that's going to expend a spell slot.
okay, and invisibility ends, but you are safely outside of the building, with your laden bag of holding. You hear Moss. Quinn, is everything all right?
Yeah,
Am I
I'm
getting
out
into
in.
the night?
See if you can find a way out. If not, I'll come back and get you later.
I know that, like Cat, these gods are made of stone, but I'd rather not be left alone with them. But they're also kind of still. Perhaps I could go through the windowsill.
Give that a try. These could very well be not actual real Effigian guards.
And you do recall that sometimes people deploy faux guards, fake Effigians to stand guard. And it sounds like this might be a case of that. And after a while, Moss is able to extract herself, and she doesn't know exactly where you are, but the two of you are able to, before long, meet back up, and now you have a shitload of shit in your bag.
Excellent.
When all told, that would have taken you probably about an hour or so. Well, with the travel time, we'll call it an hour and a half. You know that by now the trial is underway. What would Quinn's next move be?
Quinn's going to actually start heading toward the marketplace again. That's on the way to where the trial is, right?
Are you talking about the bazaar or the just the square?
So where he had a deal to sell the spell book.
Ooh, okay, that would have been in the square.
In the square. Okay. He's going to head in that direction, but that's not actually what he's going to do at the moment, but that's fine.
Okay, so Quinn is heading toward the square. We will come back then to the courthouse. So, Resolve, Catriona, Nosh, and Harlow, you walk up these vaulting steps of this maintained courtyard out front with statues and trees and fountains to the front doors of this massive building, towering with green banners bearing the mark of the Grove Wardens. You see these pillars that are just massive in their height and their width. Clearly a feat of architectural ingenuity. You've seen comparable buildings only in Deadstone, which has many old and new, but clearly there must have been an effigy in hand in the stonework of this building. You see that there is a very long line and massive throng of people that are lined up outside and around the courthouse. There are a dozen green guard that are stationed at the front doors, checking everybody, vetting to make sure that they are on the list of individuals. Everybody roll a perception check.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Can you send me like a quick little blurb with the description of the law that Fang will be clothing?
Yeah, I will send you, because the part that you heard I'll send you that part.
And the part that I read, hopefully, yeah, whatever. Reviewed for it. Please.
Yeah, give me a second here.
Oh, sorry. Let me roll my perception check too. Not very perceptive at all today. I'm apparently nervous.
No, you're nervous. You're like thinking through what you're gonna say, and it could be anything. You hold on. I gotta find the one other thing you would have written. Okay. With a 22, Catriona, you see that there's one green guard that seems to have like the master list of individuals, and curiosity just taking over. You do peek over, and you see a bunch of gibberish.
I see nothing important.
We really need
You
to
see nothing.
She doesn't recognize like names. I guess you can't read at all.
I can like read maps and like symbols, but like I don't know.
He's good at other things.
Look, I was specifically made for one purpose. Okay.
You've been alive for so long and you still haven't pieced it together.
Oh my god. One of these days.
Just never had the time. It was always like, oh, I'll do that next year, and just next year was
It's been
always
important,
there.
okay?
Imagine
Not a lot
her
of-
getting a telegram or something and just being like, hey, can you read this for me real quick?
No, because that's not how Effigians communicate.
They grumble stones. But before long, you all are ushered in. You see that there are.
I have a question.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Since I can't read anything, but Kat is on alert. Is there any like details about the architecture from it being like clearly Effigian built that I would know is like there's like a back door there, or like this is like a
I'll give you a shot here. Just like I hadn't planned for there to be, but roll I guess a history check with advantage as you're using your knowledge of effigy and architecture.
Sure. I'm great at those.
Okay. Your confidence, based on what you know about Effigians and the way that they design, there must be. But while there's clearly Effigian design, there's also an obvious flood-touched and Teoran influence in the design as well. So you're not able to pinpoint exactly, like with confidence, where that might be at one of these back channels.
Okay. Worth a shot.
Resolve nods to the three of you as you cross the threshold. Are you all ready? We'll have a moment to set things up when we go. We can review the witnesses that I plan to call. I guess Fang included now.
Yes.
Okay. Then let's go. We're going to be up on the left. Just keep your heads up. And she begins leading the way.
I'm gonna follow like bodyguard style behind her.
Oh, nice. A few paces behind.
Uh-huh.
You pass one of the green guard that is not wearing a helm that you gather perhaps is of a higher rank or is in a more ceremonial position. But as you descend these steps into this central area, you see that the place is already packed with Effigians, Namasi of all shapes and sizes and varieties, Teora, flood-touched, Vethran. It looks like the majority of people here are people of means, but there are others that it looks like clearly must have been winners of the lottery that you heard about when you were asking about how do you get access. It is entirely packed. Everybody roll a perception check.
Can I guide myself this time?
You can.
Yikes.
Okay.
I'm still not that perceptive.
Harlow's aura stopped working also.
It's only a +2.
I know, but it was making my +7 and now it's not applying.
Oh, hold on. For some reason, it's okay. So yours is an additional +2, Catriona. So yours is a 10. Nosh is a 10. Harlow's a 15. Nosh and Catriona, you notice one thing that seems, I guess, curious, and that is that there is one empty seat, which is right over here on the left, relatively close to where you all are. And
Where? Oh, there. Okay, sorry, I almost missed your mark. Sorry,
Harlow, you are taking in sort of the broader picture here. You see at the far end the 9 counselors flanked at the bottom of these stairs, as well as at the top with the various Wyrdgard. You see that the familiar faces of Black and Swift and Joy, as well as Relton and other individuals who you can determine their likely identities based on the descriptions you saw earlier. You see who must be the prosecutor is an avian blackbird Namasi, well-dressed, very regal and noble. You see as well something that you don't know what to make of it, but as you're scanning the crowd here, at first everybody seems to be just very disparate and diverse, but you do notice that there is a curious pattern among the crowd here in a type of person I don't know that Harlow has seen exactly one of prior to this, which is Fog Veteran. You see one here, or 2 here rather, 2 positioned equally on the other side, and then a handful of others just scattered throughout. And as you think about it, your time in the city, you haven't seen any veteran, and it just stands as curious. There is a large raised stand here in the center of the room, just past where you all are. There is a device on the other side that looks like it raises people from down below. And there's chatter moving throughout the room. Resolve motions toward you, Harlow, and Catriona toward these chairs that are pulled out. And she says, I mean, as clerics, you're welcome to be up here with me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to let Nosh sit in the chair. I'm going to stand behind the 3 of them.
Okay.
You see this Wyrdgard doesn't budge and is just standing at Soldier's attention.
Plant myself next to him directly.
Perfect. And Resolve says, okay, we understand how everything's going to go. Do we want to review anything? Do we feel like we're ready?
Who are your witnesses again?
So, I've got a captain from the Western Concord. Her name is Ursula Blackwood. She's going to testify a little bit about who his people are, and hopefully identify the fact that there is indeed a pattern and in an organization that is not the act of one man. That's what I'm hoping. There is a man named Sherman Proudfoot. He was a cellmate of Malachi's, just as a testament to his character, but also what sort of mental state he's been in these last few days. Fang, of course, if you're ready to go to testify, and then Nosh, that they may ask you to testify as a result of that, and if he's willing, of course, Malachi.
Since Nosh is gonna try and do the whole delaying right? Like, should we try and let him go first to kind of save the court's time?
Or should we hold on to that as like
The last resort at the end
Now,
of...
it is a bit of a foregone conclusion that the verdict is going to be execution, but technically, until that decree is made, then him testifying to
Gotcha.
this it might not be pertinent.
Okay. Perhaps you give us the signal of when you think that it's time for us to play that card, based on your experience.
You guys have been investigating. If you think of something, a question that I should be asking, motion me. Let me know. Okay?
Yep.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Get some water. Shake out the nerves.
I'm not nervous.
Okay, well, I'm going to shake out the nerves.
That's fine. Do it.
And after about 15 minutes of everything getting in position, the trial is officially about to begin. Do we want to take another break here?
Probably.
One last break.
yeah.
Sure.
I kind of want to dive in, but yeah, we can take a break. That's fine.
All right.
All right.
Let's go pee, guys. Guys, let's pee.
Okay.
Let's go.
Bathroom time. Bye.
And we are back. There is a bang of a gavel from the high seat of the council as you see the High Counselor Sage of the Nine addresses the congregation, and he says, "Welcome, citizens of Stonebridge and those from far beyond. We are gathered here today for a solemn event, the sentencing of a man who, by his own confession, is guilty of the murder of 40 individuals. What you hear today and what you see today will set a precedent and will be of the utmost importance for the city of Stonebridge and Wyrdgard beyond. We ask that you, despite what you may hear, remain and maintain decorum, as this is a court of law. The decision that the council makes will be legally binding, and we will enforce it swiftly into the full extent of our power." And he begins to review in this next chunk what specifically it is that has happened so far. He summarizes the moment where Malachi was apprehended near Wellspring, his subsequent transportation to a neutral location of Stonebridge, and the subsequent confession from Malachi under no duress and under the auspice of the magic of a spell, Zone of Truth, to his role in these murders. He then clears his throat and says, "We will begin today's sentencing proceedings with an opening statement from the prosecution. Prosecutor Tavian, the floor is yours." And you see the Blackbird Namasi strides forward, brushes past this green guard, and takes center stage here on the stand, and says, "Honorable counselors, Wyrdgard has suffered a great injustice, and Stonebridge has been blessed with the means to correct it. This man, this monster, who I no doubt can assure you we will lay eyes upon momentarily, has confessed. His hands are drenched in Namasi blood. The truth is not in question, and in Stonebridge and in all the concord from which our shared blood all hails, blood is not forgotten. We are bound, each and every one, by the one blood oath. An oath as old as our people, the first people, mind you, carved into us in times of war and fire. What does the oath say, you ask? When blood is spilled unjustly, blood must answer it. Not for vengeance alone, but for justice. Not for hatred, but for balance. Dozens lie dead. Perhaps hundreds. Families shattered. Their names will never again be spoken in the present tense. Their laughter never again heard in these streets. Malachi himself admits to this. What remains for this court to decide is not his guilt, but his end. Will Stonebridge honor the oath, or will we turn our backs on it and let blood go unpaid? I call upon you, counselors, to remember the lives that were taken, to remember the oath that binds my kind, his kind, our kind, to let justice speak in the only voice the oath allows. Blood for blood. Thank you. And there is just a shocking stillness and quiet as he resumes his place. The High Counselor nods over toward you all and says, "Defense resolve. The floor is yours." And she glances over at you all, seemingly looking for reassurance.
Can I guide her?
Yes.
I will guide her.
I'm going to
Just quick thumbs up.
give her a solitary nod and like a reassurance of, you got this.
And with the guidance of Harlow's touch and the nod from you all, she draws forth. You notice that as she ascends the stairs, there is a slight wobble on the last one, but she rights herself and stands up straight and presents herself to the council. Esteemed counselors, many among us are indeed bound by the one blood oath, as Prosecutor Tavian has rightly said. It is written into the very marrow of all Namasi that when blood is spilled unjustly, it must be answered. But I ask you, what is just? Is it vengeance without understanding? Is it the quick swing of a blade that silences not only the guilty, but also the truth that lies behind them? Malachi has confessed, yes. But confession is not the end of justice. It's the beginning of it. To kill him now, as I know many of you seek, without grasping his full intent, is to answer blood with blindness. The oath calls for balance, not whim. If he killed for himself, then let Stonebridge judge him alone. But if he killed for others, if he is the hand of a greater power, as all Namasi here seem to know, then execution serves only to cut the hand off while leaving the dagger buried in our ribs. I ask you, counselors, to look deeper than rage, to set aside your personal prejudice. Let Stonebridge be wise as well as strong. Let us not honor the oath by spilling blood for its own sake, but by finding justice in its fullest measure. Truth, clarity, and judgment that strengthens our city rather than weakens it. And as she begins walking off, she tumbles down the stairs. And there is a gasp that reverberates through the chamber. People stand up from their seats. Wyrdgard rushes over. There's a banging of the gavel. Order, order!
Can I rush over? And,
Yes.
Same.
You rush over.
her and see if she's wrong. Resolve. What happened? Are you all right?
Oh.
I knew you
She
were
is
stressed,
unconscious.
but she's completely out of it.
Yes.
Medicine check.
Yeah. Can we do a medicine check real quick on her?
Yeah, please do.
1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
Let's see.
Ew! Harlow with the net 20 at 29 on this medicine
Maybe a
check.
try. Good shit, Arlo.
This doesn't look like it is the shalebinds, but there is clearly some sort of malady that is afflicting her that has probably been exacerbated by all of the stress. And with your once over, twice over, thrice over, she is not fit to continue. And you see that the High Counselor Sage calls out to you all. Is she okay? Can she continue?
She is not okay.
I'm gonna look to Harlow for an answer. Harlow, should we wake her, or do you think that would even be appropriate?
I mean, I can, but I don't. Based on like looking at her, if I pop her back up,
She's gonna fall again.
Yeah, I mean, you might buy her a little bit of time.
Okay.
Is this behind? Are these like benches, Nick?
Where are you? Those are tables. Yeah.
Okay.
Currently, it looks like they perhaps serve a different purpose under different occasions, but they are currently unoccupied.
I was gonna say, can
I'm
we
gonna-
wake her for a moment to just confer with her that one of us should continue forward? That would be the main thing I would try. Harlow.
I'm just Kat's gonna pick her up and put her in a chair over here.
Okay.
So she's not just like on the floor.
Sure. Yeah, giving her some dignity here.
Yeah. That also gives me a chance to like get closer to Harlow and Nosh. Guys, this might be this might be the pause the trial until council's ready kind of thing. Let her stay unconscious.
Okay.
yeah.
So just keep her unconscious.
And I just I prop her up in the chair and like check vitals, kind of field medicine style. Make sure she's breathing still.
I'll leave
Defense
her.
counsel.
Yeah, I'll step forward.
You're
next
not
to
on the
this-
council anymore, Ruby. Nosh, you're just a witness.
Ah, that's fair.
Me and Harlow, and I should not be the one talking.
Well, I mean, I was sitting.
I have a negative charisma. I don't think you want me to do
I-
talking.
That's why I stepped forward.
But you're
I
not on the
also-
council anymore.
I
I-
also have a negative charisma.
All right, fine.
Nash,
No,
if you want to
it's
step
okay.
forward, step forward.
Okay. I'm gonna step forward next to the Grove Warden and say, Councilman, we do apologize. It seems that
You must speak up. Project.
Defense Resolve has passed out. Councilman. She is non-responsive at this time, though she still breathes. She seems to be ill. We are unable to identify what is ailing her at this time, but she is non-responsive.
It is of not natural causes.
I'm being advised that there is an unnatural cause to her unconsciousness at this time from others on the defense, Councilman.
That will be the determination of a medical authority. She shall receive medical attention as necessary. The defense will proceed.
Might we we request. Oh, I'll step forward up to Harlow. And no, yeah. Might we request a brief pause to ascertain the health and well-being of the defense before the trial continues?
You see the High Counselor looks to the others. There's a mix of opinions and gestures, but ultimately bellows out, "We will grant a 15-minute recess, and then we will resume."
Thank you, Councilman. We will return within 15 minutes to resume with you as well.
You are not to leave the premises.
Understood. Where
Can
may we
you
seek
call a
medical
doctor,
attention
then?
for defense?
And yeah, you see that there is already an individual who has been ushered in at the far end. I forgot to make a token, but I'm just going to drop somebody.
Out of the thousands on the page.
I know, I forgot the doctor.
Where's the doctor?
Nope.
I'm just going to use an
Matt's
old familiar
strike.
token, Malloy.
Get him the fuck out of here!
Just don't.
I just
Burn.
Don't worry, I'm a doctor. I brew potions.
Okay.
Burn it to the ground.
All right. We'll let the doctor examine them.
So you guys have a brief chunk of time here to figure out what the hell you're gonna do. You have like her notes, and you know she told you who she was planning on calling, but as the medical expert is like tending to her, yeah, it's clear, Harlow, that your assessment was correct, that she's not going to be able to proceed.
Okay.
Foul play
Okay.
by DM.
So,
Okay.
I wanted you all to have a more active role in this trial.
So here's the thing.
I am so. Matilda is so not here right now. So sorry, guys.
So we're gonna have to go through or go forward with her plan. We have her notes. We know what the witnesses are.
I got it.
Do you want to step up, Snash, and speak, or do you want me to do it?
You can't. You're a witness. You can't.
You can't.
Okay, but
it has
no.
to be Harlow and
You guys keep
Katrina.
saying that like it's a done set rule when it's not.
It
is, because
you
or
can't
else-
question yourself.
Yes.
No, but here's the thing.
you can't.
I
be
can
involved
move
in-
forward and do that without being
You
that
c-
representative until such time that
If-
I can actively say I
No,
can step
No,
down.
because
No.
that will ruin the defense.
There's the reason she didn't want you on the defense, and it was because of like conflict of interest.
So you
You're
guys
also
got
a
this
witness.
You guys
I'm
got-
saying that if you do it, we're probably gonna get
We're
We're
gonna
gonna lose.
lose immediately.
because we're breaking a rule. So
No,
yes, we'll do it.
Okay. I'll
It's
shut
a
up.
conflict of interest. Like it.
You cannot be the lawyer and a witness.
I don't think
That just doesn't work.
that the rule that we were trying to play matters. If
What?
I'm helping.
That's
them.
our only plan. What do you mean
That-
it doesn't
no.
matter? Wait, why are you throwing out our only plan?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the plan doesn't matter. I'm saying it wouldn't matter if I was one questioning the witnesses.
I think that Resolve
Yeah.
told us directly it would. She told us directly back at her house that
Nick,
you
Resolve,
being on
did
the
she
law
say
team
that?
was a conflict of interest. Yes, she told us that.
Yeah, she said she
That's
was
why
worried
I'm
that it
here.
would compromise your testimony as your claim if you were also.
So she said it, she
Part
was
of the
worried that
team.
it would compromise it.
That's
but
why
she
I'm
didn't
here.
confirm.
It's because she didn't want you to also be on the law team.
Okay, well, if you two say you got it, I will wait until you're ready to call me.
No, it's not that we don't want you to talk. It's that it's probably going to
No,
be the case.
I mean,
thrown
I'll
out.
offer suggestions and stuff, but I almost don't
I feel like you're taking
should.
this very personally when it's not a personal issue at all.
Neither of you have strong charisma to.
Correct.
Yes, but
Push this
we
information
But that
are
forward.
not- that doesn't change the legality of you can't be a lawyer and a witness.
Right, but there are other clans here. It's not just the Farglade clan. And there was always a chance that we could inadvertently request to call another witness, and we could pull Dion in as the Farglade representative if we had to. As a last resort. But if you guys
could do
believe you
that.
can do that, then that's fine. I'm going to trust in what you guys think, and then we're going to go forward, and you guys will just follow what Resolve's notes say in that plan, if that's how you guys want to do it.
Okay, if you were to be the one talking, would you be doing anything different than following her notes?
No, I mean, I would
Okay,
most likely follow
then
her notes
let's
and only
keep you
ad lib
as-
as necessary.
Let's keep you as a key witness because you have this ace card we have to play. That is
You
literally our
are
only
ace
plan. If we take away that plan, what are we doing here?
Okay.
All right. You guys got this.
Okay. After your time here in recess, the doctor takes Resolve away. The three of you are left here at the side for the defense. The High Counselor bangs the gavel again and says, "Is the defense ready to proceed, or is there more spectacle?"
Yes.
We're ready.
Excellent. Prosecution, you may call your first witness. And Prosecutor Tavian stands and says, "The prosecution calls no witnesses, your counselors, as it is quite apparent that what has been done, and what needs to be done will be done." Okay, then. Defense,
Wonderful.
your first witness.
We call Ursula Blackwood to the stand.
And you see from these far doors underneath this dais where the council is assembled, a couple of green guards open it and usher out a Namasi bear folk woman who rises up from the mechanism behind and beneath and appears in the center of the stand. As she does, suddenly a green light appears, filling the stand. And you see her go rigid for a moment and then relax. The High Counselor nods, satisfied with what has transpired, and says, "Defense, your witness."
Okay, I got this one. I can do it. I
All right.
believe in myself.
Catriona cannot read her notes, so
Oh my god.
You picked the absolute ringer.
All right.
I'll take care. I'll do Nosh. I don't need notes for that one.
Captain Blackwood,
Yes.
how many confirmed deaths have been by the hands of this Silver John, to your understanding?
First, I must correct you. Silver John is a base term that has been popularized amongst the Namasi, but the proper term is the Silver Dawn, D-A-W-N. They are a organization that's, as a member of the Guard in Wellspring, I know very well. Now, for this specific agent of the Silver Dawn, there are 40 confirmed kills that he has confessed to, but there are an additional 87 that we have linked to his locations and whereabouts that we believe with high probability he is responsible for.
What has been the timeline of these deaths?
Of these deaths, the timeline begins approximately 4 years ago, starting in the village of Amberglade, which is in the Western Concord to the northwest. We next see his appearance in the village of Raven's Hollow before moving within the next year further south to Greenbrier, and finally shortly before his capture in Greater Alderton, which was 4 weeks ago.
And how many of these incidents had eyewitnesses? placing this individual at those sites?
There's only one, the final Greater Alderton, in which there was direct eyewitness. In fact, he remained at the sites and was steeped in the blood of his victims.
How many victims were at that site?
Greater Alderton, there were 13.
So can you confidently say that you know it was this individual at all those 30, 20, 87 plus
We
sites?
cannot say with any definitive security beyond the information that we have and his own admission. It is worth noting that at each site, well, specifically the final 2 sites, there were others that were found that were deceased, that were not victims, but seemed to be allied with the accused, or with the confessed, rather.
You said?
Yes, at both Greenbrier and at Greater Alderton.
Do you have any inclination that this individual might be taking the fall for multiple other agents to hide their tracks?
The reality is we suspect that the other agents that we know to exist, though their identities elude us, are responsible for equally many. We fear that not only are there others, we know that there are others, and that each of them is responsible for a great deal more than what we know.
Then if we were to find this individual guilty and execute them, would we be losing out on information of additional Silver Dawn agents?
I believe that is absolutely true.
Catriona, do you have any questions for the witness?
What would your best assumption be of the number of Silver Dawn agents that are currently active?
This remains entirely speculation. The individuals within my organization estimate anywhere from a few dozen to several hundred.
And you previously stated that each agent could be responsible for a similar number of deaths as the accused.
Correct.
Would it possibly then be a better pursuit of justice to find all of them and not just this one who seems to be taking the fall?
Were it possible, yes, but I will establish patently that has been the tireless effort of me and my people for some time now.
Have you ever captured a Silver Dawn agent before?
We have not alive.
So this is a unique opportunity then.
Yes.
Nothing further.
Carla, anything from you?
Nothing further.
And the High Counselor looks over at the prosecution and says, "Prosecution, your witness!" And he just waves his hand.
Okay.
Okay, we rest.
Next up, I guess. Is that how this works?
Does the defense have further witnesses
Yes.
or testimony?
We would like to call Sherman Proudfoot to the stand.
And you see as Blackwood is led away from these doors, you see this very nervous-looking rabbit folk Namasi appears and is raised up from this mechanism behind into this space. He's got a nervous twitch. He's wringing his hands and goes rigid for just a second before relaxing.
Do you want to lead, Cat? Or...
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. Mr. Sherwood.
It's Sherman.
Mr. Proudfoot.
Yes, thank you.
You have been the cellmate to Malachi since he was brought in, correct?
That is correct.
How long have you spent in the cell with him?
I've spent 2 weeks.
In that 2 weeks, what conversations did you have with him?
Talking to him was like talking to a wall. He didn't say nothing. I would ask him about his family. I'd ask him where he was from. I would tell him my life story from top to bottom. He said nothing. It's like like an empty shell.
Question for you, Mr. Proudfoot.
Yeah.
Proud food. Sorry. I can't read.
It's foot. You're right.
Wait, you actually have like a notes document that, like, from her, like from.
This is from my
Resolve?
notes. I typed very quickly when I was doing
Y'all are
this.
just.
No, I mean like from Resolve. Did he send you like resolved notes that were going on?
I did not send you any.
Okay.
I literally
I didn't know if
typed
that's what
notes
you were
in the
reading.
chat.
If at any point you want to take a look and like read through notes, like you can do you can definitely do that.
Oh, I would love
I
to do
would,
that.
I would love Resolve's notes.
Okay,
I just
so
wrote
you,
notes from the conversation she gave us at the beginning. That's in-
Nosh is over here and maybe like passes over, draws attention to the notes, and you see for Sherman that she mentioned. There's just a quick note written, and it says, "Nursed him to health?" Question mark.
Mr. Proudfoot, did you have any medical issues while in the cell?
Yeah, it's funny you should ask. They not so gentle down there, and I got a little roughed up one night. Got pretty bad underneath right here, and you see he lifts up his right arm, and there is a still pretty fresh wounds, a big gash across his pectoral muscle that has been stitched up, but it looks like it's been done crudely. I was probably going to bleed out, and then Malachi just jumped in, and I don't know, he worked like lightning, and I don't know, I think he probably saved my life. Didn't even say a word while he did it.
Mr. Proudfoot, have you ever been incarcerated before?
Not including this time, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had a cellmate attend to you?
In certain ways.
Could you describe those certain ways?
I did form a romantic entanglement with one of my cellmates.
Have you ever
he was
experienced?
tender.
Have you ever experienced violence?
Oh yes, that's like a given.
Do you normally feel unsafe when locked in a cell with a stranger?
Yeah, I mean, but that's like the first rule is like with a new cellie is you got to establish who is the top bunk and who's the bottom bunk.
Did you feel unsafe with Malachi in your cell?
I mean, I felt weird. This guy is, what's his deal, But once I got used to the quiet, I mean, he's kind of calming, honestly. And I didn't catch no guff from nobody else, neither.
What would you think a motive of a mass murderer locked in a cell with a dying man would be to save him?
See, I don't know. I think I think maybe they got the wrong guy. Like, I think this guy's a sweetheart.
And you know that from never even speaking with him?
Yeah, like you sense stuff, you know? Like, I don't know what he's thinking about, but I can tell he is. And it sure wasn't hurting me.
Do you have any inclination that maybe the reason he isn't speaking to you is because he can't?
Well, he can speak. I know he can.
Do you believe that there would be any other reason, any oaths, or anything along the lines of why he might possibly not be speaking beyond a confession?
Yeah. I don't know if you know in the Muisc, but we like to swear oaths. Do it all the time. I once promised my brother, no, I'm not gonna say it.
Could you tell me what happens if you speak and break an oath?
Well, the most common is you lose your voice. So you can't rat no more. To no one. Never.
You answered rather certainly that you are positive the defendant can speak. Why are
Yeah, I
you
heard
so
him.
sure?
I heard him talking in his sleep.
What was he saying?
That's just something I didn't understand. He was talking to somebody, I think. Harbor, maybe, was the name. Kept apologizing to him. Said something about they'll pay. I don't know who Harbor is or what that meant, but he said it often, like it was burning him.
Is this a name that you've ever heard before?
Nah, it doesn't even sound like a name. It sounds like a body of water.
Did Malachi seem a sound of mind?
While he was sleeping? I mean, who is sound of mind while they're sleeping?
At any point?
I mean, like, I had no reason to think that he was nuts. I've seen a lot of nuts people in my time.
Can you recall anything else specific that you might have overheard him say in the 2 weeks you were sharing a cell with him?
He never talked to me directly. It was only when he was sleeping, and it was always the same. They'll pay for what they did.
Nothing further from me.
Nothing further.
And again, when called upon, the prosecutor just waves it off. We've heard enough. The defense, is there any additional testimony?
There was like one other name on her list, right?
We got Fang.
There's Fang, whose real name you don't know.
We have Ursula Sherman. Fang.
There was potentially Nosh if it comes to that, and then she had hoped Malachi himself.
Can we call Malachi next?
You can. Is that what you call?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You see Sherman is led away, and a moment later, you call Malachi to the stands. You see that everybody kind of sits up and is standing, or sitting rather, at attention. The doors open, and you see, clad in all manner of chains radiating with magical energy, is a gray-furred wolf Namasi. He is tall and slender, his muscles taut beneath his prisoner's garb. He is guided step by step by the green guard until he is raised up into the stands. You see, unlike the others, he does not, his posture doesn't change. He stands upright from the moment he's there, and there's no momentary change that passes over him, but the High Counselor nods. Defense, your witness, your testifier.
Go, cat, go. Go, cat, go. Guidance.
Thanks. If you could, please, would you state your name for the court?
And you see he's just staring at you, Catriona. His mouth is closed, his eyes are narrowed, and roll an insight check.
You have guidance.
I know.
You kind of fucking need it.
Catriona, you can't tell if he's trying to fuck you or fight you.
You know, that's a pretty common reaction that Catriona engenders. It's one of the other.
Can I from the back like get a good look at him and see if I like recognize this wolf?
Yeah, so Nosh, there's no doubt in your mind you do not recognize this man. Like you've encountered plenty of wolf Namasi. You guys run in similar circles back home. You know Eben from the yes, Jason Tails.
I just pictured them running in circles.
Thanks, Smash. Thanks.
But Nosh, do go ahead and roll an insight check here.
I'm not very good at insight, so we'll see how this goes.
He seems a bit bored.
I'm gonna slide next to Harlow and be like, "You talk now," and like poke her forward, and then slide back and sit down.
Oh God. Does Harlow Does Harlow step forward to start talking?
I don't know.
Well, are you moving your character back and forth?
Oh, I haven't been. No, sorry.
Oh. No, I just didn't know.
I suppose I should do that.
I will stand
next
to you. I will stand next.
Let's both
to
walk
you.
up.
Yeah.
I know that there's this circle. Am I like allowed to get closer? Am I like? Can I?
As you approach the stairs right here, the green guard there is like motioning for you to stop where you are, and says, kind of under his breath, "For your safety."
That's cute. I don't think I'm the type that he's trying to kill, but anyway. Allegedly, you've confessed to all dozens of these murders. You can just nod if it's correct. By the way, you don't have to talk, I guess.
Just stony expression. And yes, Ruby, you can.
What should I do while they're up there?
What specifically are you looking through?
So
which part of the notes?
Know that she had a little section for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if she had anything she thought would entice Malachi to speak.
You see that there's not a lot of information written under Malachi. She's tried to piece some things together, but she does have one question that it looks like she was poised to ask, which is, who is your partner and what happened to her?
Okay. Can I, I'm gonna, and I'm gonna hold out the piece of paper and just tap the question and hand it to her.
Oh, God.
From the table. Like, just kind of hand it over to her from the table and then sit back down.
All right. Malachi. Who is Harbor?
And you see, as you speak to him, Harlow, his eyes train to you. He's rigid like the others before him, but for no magical means. And you see he opens his mouth and he mumbles something that you don't catch.
Can you please repeat that? Malachi, are you unable to answer questions because of an oath?
Spoke the truth. But no. Small. I watched you die. I held you in death. But I'd know your fire anyway. And you see that the chains around him, his wrists and ankles clink as he strains forward, eyes locked on you. Harlow?
Oh, God! I knew it! I knew it!
Yep. Hi, Harbor. Wait, Harlow.
I think that seeing his response, Cat would take a step closer to Harlow.
Okay.
I gotta brain this. I gotta big brain this.
Big brain moment. Big brain moment.
Threw a curveball at her.
So, Naj seeing the Malachi react this way to Harlow.
Yeah.
Is gonna try and signal them to come back to sit down.
Oh, fuck no.
We're getting progress now. Why would we leave?
Fuck no.
Oh, fuck no.
That's starting to work. Why would we
This
leave?
is why I want to come here.
Okay, so if you both get arrested, I'm just gonna sit here.
No.
I'm not going to get arrested.
Malachi, have you been put under duress to admit to crimes that others might have possibly done in order to protect them?
No. No.
Please,
What is this?
please answer
It pages you.
the question.
You were the better of us. The mercy in our wrath, the only one who could still laugh while the world choked. What is this? Do they know? Do they know? And it's like he's talking only to you, as if he sees only you, and the rest of the world does not exist, Harlow.
Oh, God. I need to steer him away from this. You good?
Malachi, we are trying to get answers in order to help you. Please answer the question.
I have always been so short-sighted, so simple, so gullible. But do they even suspect it? Of course not. Of course they don't. You ask why when they know why. This is theater. It is farce. We all sit here, and it's now that only that he's like starting to address the whole room. We all sit here and pretend not to know, but the state of our people is common knowledge. I did what I did. We do what we do. We did what we did for honor, for dignity, for love. And suddenly there is just this loud murmur that is working its way through the crowd. People are wrapped with what's going on here at the edges of their seats. You want truth?
Yes.
Hort is ready for the truth. Then I shall speak. 60 years ago, a curse befell my people. A curse of death that masquerades as sleep. And when he says this, you hear the Namasi assembled gasp. And where they should be put to rest and mourned and remembered, their songs sung, our leaders insist on desecrating them and ourselves in the process. They insist on perpetuating the curse, feeding it, and it is this that I cannot abide. They say I killed my people, but they were already dead. I simply freed them of the curse. I laid them to rest. How many more? And for how long? You hear someone shout out, enough! Silence! And he continues nonetheless. Let me be the first then to shed light. Let me pull the wool from the eyes of this sightless flock. Amberglade, Raven's Hollow, Greenbrier, Greater Alderton, in each I plumbed the depths of the labyrinthine warren, and in each I brought peace. But there are more. For how long must their desecration continue? How long must we sustain this lie? Behold the power of their insidiousness. Silence! He endangers us all! But he keeps going. 6 miles west of the Lake of Four Rivers and Wellspring.
He should start
8
choking
miles
soon,
north.
shouldn't he? I mean,
In the heart of an ancient mangrove lies the door. Inside 1,000 score sleep in death. Redwater Warren. And Nosh, as predicted, as he does this, when he says those final 2 words,
silence, which is
he
the one thing I
throws
didn't want to happen.
his head back, and you see a bright red line erupt across his throat, the mark of the voiceless. And the assembly is momentarily in stunned silence, followed by like chaotic chatter, but then a voice loud and clear erupts and silences them. Malachi's voice, seemingly from all around. Witness the recompense for truth, and his mouth does not move. I had intended to die today, to concede your judgment, flawed as it may be, to be with you once more in death. But that is now impossible. If you hear me, Sarai, if you hear me, if there's anything of you in there, wait for me. I will come. I will tear down every wall, every prison, every false court until you are free. I swear it. The laws of man cannot bind me. And then several things happen all at once. But before they do, Quinn, if you're still there, I gotta know, where have you gone?
Okay. Quinn went back to the marketplace, but really has been just sort of loitering around, waiting for the rest of the party.
So you are marketplace?
Marketplace. Yep.
Okay, good to know. Then Quinn is oblivious to all of this.
Totally oblivious.
Sees and hears nothing. But suddenly several things happen all at once. You hear a loud crash of glass from the left and the right as the towering windows of the courtroom explode inward as one, and bodies begin to stream in. Simultaneously, Malachi takes his claws and rips them across his throat, and blood sprays in a wide arc beyond the edges of the green dome. You see a puff of silver air leaves his mouth. His body vanishes, his clothes and chains collapsing on themselves. You see a surge of blood at the end of the arc outside of this green dome. boils up and forms into Malachi, whole, unchained, naked, bare save for the crimson shard of crystallized blood in his left hand that he hurls with wicked precision at Relton. The fog veterans in the crowd stand and chant out loud as fog fills first the stand and then the court as a whole, washing everything in an opaque, milky haze. Screams echo, a gavel bangs, green guards shout, papers fly, everything is swallowed in chaos. And you hear Relton screaming out, "Her! Seize her! Seize her at once!" What do you all do?
As soon as the windows started to shatter, Catriona would have like sheltered Harlow next to her.
Sheltered Harlow. Love it.
And
Nosh?
like tried like if there's time, tried to pull her over like away from like towards the desk.
Okay. Yeah, you two would be able to rip over to the side here underneath. Nosh?
Where'd you go? Oh.
So, having seen this situation that just happened, having seen the windows and the fog that's suddenly coming in, I want to ask real quick: is there a way to exit the windows, or would it be better to exit through the rear?
Oh, you could absolutely go through the windows.
Are we
glass.
the ground floor?
So you are a little you're like in a sunken pit basically. So you would have to go up, but you could definitely get to those windows, and they are wide open.
Are they on the ground floor?
Yes, they are on the ground floor. They are like floor to ceiling windows.
Right.
Nosh, time to go.
How far is the marketplace to the courthouse?
A while.
Ooh, it's like probably a mile or so.
Okay, that's
Like
not
the
600
opposite
feet.
side of the town.
It is not. I'd just say 100 feet.
600.
Oh, it's not 600 feet, but that's a start.
Okay.
So as soon as the fog had started to form, I would have already leaped over the nearest fog veteran, through the tables to the shattered window that was closest, and would be standing at it, ready to leap again.
Oh, all right.
Out the window.
Okay,
Because as soon as I had
Nosh
seen the
is
recognition in
happy.
Harlow and the prisoners, I would have just been like, well, this is fucked. Bye. I probably would have grabbed Fang with me to see if he wanted to come, or asked him if he would like to come out with me, but like to get out. But I would have left
Fang
him.
is utterly stunned by
I'd
everything.
probably have left him then if he was going to be that way. But yeah, Mike, I'm just getting out. I know what a lost cause is, and this is definitely a shitty lost cause now.
Which side of that green dome did Malachi pop out on?
He popped out of the right side, but by this point already, the entirety of this space is filling with dense fog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Concentrating first from from this space where Hugh just was, and emanating outward to the point where your view is already obscured.
Okay, great.
Bounce.
Bounce. I think this would be a good place for us to stop, and we can resolve this bouncing next time, meeting back up with Quinn, who's got a big old pocket full of cures.
Yeah.
What have you guys been up to?
Oh, just causing chaos. We're doing nothing.
We didn't cause anything.
we did.
You sure about that?
We did a very poor job of being lawyers.
Nick, was it obvious when Relton yelled out, get her, arrest her, who the her was that he was referring to?
Right, like room full of people, full of fog.
Yeah, I mean, it's a room full of people, so it would have been hard to pinpoint with any specificity, especially because everything's filling with fog.
Gotcha.
All right. Next
All
time,
right,
escape
stream.
from court.
Right, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, stream.
Bye.